And then what trade-offs or what sacrifices do you have to make to ultimately make sure that the future for that child past the age of 18, or as that child comes into their adulthood, what types of things have you spent time building for that child to be able to inherit? Because I think that's incredibly important. If you think about, I'm speaking about this as a black man. If you think about one of the issues that I think black people have um, in the history of America is that we oftentimes don't have a lot of inheritance, and that hasn't been any fault of our own for many of those years. But we are just now coming into the idea or coming to parity around the idea that, wow, we can actually pass something on from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. And that's the thing that we're all ultimately pursuing, I think, which would be generational wealth. Well, that generational wealth had to come from somebody that I guarantee was not in the household every day, all day with their child. They were instead out and about, moving and shaking, building a business, making investments, making connections, building a network. All of that stuff requires time that you do outside of the household. You generally are not with your child when you're making those types of moves, but it is those types of moves that ultimately secures what I think we're all working towards, which is this idea of generational inheritance.
Unpopular opinion.